sure I can't get you something else?
Positive. The lunch was quite lovely.
Oh, you didn't eat very much.
Well, I'm not really all that hungry. I didn't intend to stay this long when I came by to see Nola.
And I'm glad you did. I'm sure Nola will be down as soon as the baby goes to sleep. Well, can I get you some coffee?
Well, yes, thank you. Mrs. Reardon, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
Has Nola indicated whether or not she intends to come back to work for me and move in with the baby?
Well, not exactly.
I beg your pardon?
Well, she did say that she didn't know what kind of a job she was going to get next.
Oh, then it appears she's made up her mind.
Mr. McCord, would you sit down? I really would like to talk to you for a minute.
Yes.
Now, I know I'm probably out of line, but you got to realize that I'm Nola's mother, so what I'm telling you is from the viewpoint of a mother, all right?
Yes.
I know how good you've been to Nola. You and Mrs. Renfield, and I know what kind of an interest you take in Kelly Louise's welfare.
Oh, they have both become a very important part of my life, our lives. And the thought of them not being a part of it, well, it's frightening.
Well, I know that, and I appreciate what you've done. You gave her a job when she was pregnant, and nobody else would give her one, and... Well, the fact is, I worry.
About what?
I worried about her living out there at the house.
Worry?
Look, don't be offended, but you do lead a very unusual kind of life.
Mrs. Reardon, my lifestyle is unusual, but my profession demands it. I have to be ready to leave on a moment's notice to any corner of the world and deal with matters that are very secret. So secret they have to be kept away from the less ethical members of my profession.
Mr. McCord, I don't know a lot of archaeologists, but I'm pretty sure they all don't lead the kind of peculiar life that you do.
Now, Mrs. Reardon, I know that I appear to be strange to you and your family. I mean, you all come from a wonderfully normal family background. But even so, I'm not stupid or insensitive to the impression that I give to others.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to suggest that you were.
Well, she's asleep. Oh, what were you two talking about?
Oh, nothing. I think I'll leave you two alone to talk. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk again.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I was glad to see that you were still here.
Well, I'm glad I stayed. Yeah. There's something that I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, me too. It's really nice to see you walk through the door before.
Thank you. You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I feel pretty wonderful. Floyd and I took Kelly Louise up to Laurel Falls today, and it was real relaxing and nice. And then we saw Kelly, and I guess that's when I realized that I wanted to talk to you.
About what?
Sit down. When I was held prisoner by Silas, I did a lot of thinking. Mostly it had to do with what would happen to Kelly Louise if I didn't come back, and about having a second chance to put everything straight that I hadn't up to that point.
And have you?
Yeah, it sort of makes me feel like I want to start over again. A clean slate sort of thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, no, it makes all the sense in the world.
Then do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, so very well. Nola, there isn't anything I wouldn't do in order to be able to wipe out my past mistakes and start my life anew.
Oh, but I know you could do it. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it.
I wish I could, Nola. But I've made such serious mistakes in the past.
Like what? I want to know what mistakes you're talking about.
Nola, there's been so many of them, I wouldn't know where to begin telling you about them.
Well, why can't you tell me after all that we've been through?
Because I'm afraid you wouldn't understand.
But I'd like to try.
Nola, listen, if I was to say something and lose you, I No, let's forget about it. Let's just leave well enough alone.
Look, you've got to talk about these things or they're just going to get worse. And besides, I can't believe that you've done anything that is that bad.
Nola, please, let's forget about all of this, shall we? I came over here because I wanted to talk to you about something more important. I want you and your baby to come back to Thornway Road and live with me. My life hasn't been worth a bloody thing without you.
Really?
It's been so cold and lonely there, Nola.
I never thought I'd hear you say that. But I need to know more about you. The good parts, the bad parts, everything. I know you're a wonderful man, but I need to know more about you as a person. It's very important to me.
Where do I begin?
At the beginning?
That's why I say you were luckier than I was. I've never known what it's been like to have that kind of a family environment. I've never known what it's been like to grow up with brothers and sisters. I was always a loner. And I thought my main purpose in life was to excel in my chosen field.
That's very sad. You know, I guess I am lucky. I never realized that, though, when I was growing up. Because I never had a lot of the things that the other kids had, you know. New dresses and, you know, a lot of things. And, but I always was surrounded by love. I guess I really was lucky. Very fortunate. But I know that you're trying to reach out for love just like I am.
Well, in that particular aspect, we're both alike. And now that you realize that, won't you come back to Thornway Road with me?
Well, I don't know. I have to think about my baby and...
Wouldn't she be better off in my house where she could have anything she needed?
I don't know. I don't know. Mom and Maureen have taken such good care of her here and the boarders. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I need more time to think.
Well, but Nola, take all the time you need. I mean, I didn't come over here to force you to make a choice just because you feel sorry for me.
Oh, I could never do that.
I just came here to tell you how important both you and the baby are to me. I want you, and I need you both.
I just need to think about it some more.